Hey, White Scorpion here. So yesterday I did some depopulation on some slot cards that were basically one-sided. So I figured I'd make a video today on the two-sided slot cards and just some of the stuff you can find on it and how to depopulate them. So y'all stick around.
Rock bottle on the track, boy.
Alright, so I just grabbed a little handful here. And this is a pretty good variety of some of the stuff you'll find as far as your kind of two-sided stuff. And when I say two-sided, it's not that there's a lot on the other side. Sometimes it is, but most of the time it's just a little something on the other side instead of just a couple MLCCs. So number one thing you need to do is you need to go through and remove all your capacitors. And again, this is one way of doing things, not the only way. So this might suit you, it may not suit you. Some people like to stick them in those little toaster ovens to depop. Some like to put them on those burner plates. Some may put them over a fire. Some may use a hot gun, and some may just cut and break everything off. It just all kind of depends. So far I seem to like the heat gun the best, but if I ever get another toaster oven to try, then you know, I'll definitely try it, because that to me seems like the best way. It just doesn't really want to work for me in the one that we have. But yeah, all of these you want to pop off, because as they heat up they have a tendency to want to go pow and shoot stuff everywhere and shoot across the room, and we don't need that kind of stuff. You do have some MLCCs. There's not a lot of people that actually get the metal out of those, but you can sell them online, and you can see the bigger ones are the ones most people go after, if they even go after them. Some halfway decent sized ones here. You start getting down to little itty bitty ones like right here. A lot of people don't mess with those, they're just too small. You got gold pins for gold recovery. This one's got gold pins here. You got gold fingers on your slot cards, different sizes, different variations. There's some more gold pins on here. Your connections quite often have gold in them. You know, so lots of different variations. You also have your IC chips. You know, these have gold in them. Not all of them, but most of them. This is going to be not a gold corner BGA, but it should be a pretty good IC chip for gold recovery. Gold cornered oscillator, crystal oscillator, so it's gold all the way around the outside of it. This one's got 2 on it. Those are good for gold. There's one. Tantalum capacitors, these are the big ones. That's what people tend to collect. I don't know anybody that collects the tantalum out of them, but you can find them some here and there. Bigger ones, again, kind of like the MLCCs. If they're tiny, people don't tend to go after them. So let's see if we can strip these off, and anything else that I might want to go ahead and strip off, and get these ready to go. Alright, so the first one we have here, I don't really see anything that has to be stripped off of either side. Wow, this thing's got, yeah, just one gold corner BGA. The other one's got 2. The gold corner BGAs are like top of the line for getting gold, but it's got a lot of IC chips and all. I don't cut these off now, I leave them. These little chips here, though, you can heat those up and they'll pop off pretty easy. These can be a bit of a pain, so most of the time, instead of waiting until I heat it up, I just go ahead and try to get up underneath them now with something and pry them up. Getting invaded by a kitty cat. What are you doing? And like I said, sometimes they're a pain, sometimes they aren't. It all just kind of depends. This is one of the more tougher ones that I've had to deal with in a while. But the biggest thing is getting up underneath them and get them started. Y'all have to excuse Miss Press there. Can y'all feel the love coming through the camera? But yeah, we've got gold pins inside here that we'll want to take out later, and you know, I normally just go ahead and dump everything together instead of doing one thing at a time. And yeah, so that's pretty much it as far as early. Now sometimes these pins will heat up and fall off of there easy, and sometimes they don't. So sometimes I just go ahead and remove them now, just to get the maximum gold. Hopefully y'all can see the gold on that, on the pins, both sets on that. So sometimes I'll go ahead and clip them off now, and then sometimes I'll wait. It just kind of depends, but that seems to be the only thing that has to come off of there right now. And like I said before, number one thing is these capacitors, because they can get a little bit dangerous. Probably won't hurt you unless they shoot you in the eye, but still, why take the chance? If I see the crystal oscillators, I'd normally go ahead and take them off because they're super easy. Just get them out the way. So that's pretty much it. Hey, Mr. Crystal Oscillator over here, does I? No. But your slot cards normally have pretty good gold on them. I mean, you've got the gold corner crystal oscillators, you got two gold corner VGAs, you've got the strips here, you've got all kinds of chips, some miscellaneous, you know, little things you can get, the pins, some more chips on the back side, some more MLCCs. So some of them are better than others, and some of them are a lot better than others. So I normally go ahead and pop those. Those tend to just peel right off the board pretty easily, and take it upon themselves to shoot into the wrong bucket. And some people do use hammer and chisel, some people use putty knives, some people use air chisels. You know, it just all depends upon you, how you like to do it, what way is the most enjoyable to you. Let's see if we can't recover that. But again, gold. Not hard to do, just takes time. And me, I'd rather get my gold for free than spend all that money buying it. So, two capacitors. Yeah, gold corner chip. What's up?
Oh, I'm just looking at the box that says fragile. There's all over it. Because, you know, it's molds.
Well,
And they put it in a stupid plastic bag because, oh, that's cheaper, but it ain't better.
I shipped something out to one of the YouTubers the other day, and it got lost in Roanoke.
Of course, oh, really?
Yeah, so I done filed a claim on that. I'm getting ready to remake what I did for him.
Molds came in.
Nice.
Sweet. videoing?
Yep.
Yeah. So, until you get done. Alright, this box. What's in this little box? Seems like they could have put it in a bag. I ordered something from Amazon and had it shipped to someone else's place. And guess what? It was used and it don't work.
Go figure.
What the hell, Amazon? Your logistics are garbage. That's the third time I ordered something from there and turned out I got something used.
Go ahead and clip these pins off.
Let me put that back.
They don't even look like they're gold, but these should come off pretty easy with some heat. The ones that don't come off as easy are the ones that go all the way through the board. They take heat and you grabbing a hold of them and twisting and pulling and
Good thing I sent you a message here this morning.
so there's all that. So these are ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a bunch more and we'll bring y'all back for the depopulation. All right. So as you can see now, there's no capacitors. The plugs on the ends have been removed. Most of the time I do go ahead and remove the crystal oscillators, and then they're ready to be depopulated by heat. And you gotta remember, some of these boards have gold throughout them. And some of them are copper. Know the difference, you don't want to lose that. And you still have this gold finger. It's got a good value of gold. So normally I'll just start at one end, kind of at the bottom. Start heating everything up. Normally once you get this heated up enough that stuff will fall off in this bottom corner, the rest of the board will move faster because it carries that heat throughout the board. There's copper layers that are in it and stuff like that. So it normally helps the rest of the board move along faster. Because you have to wait for the gun to heat up. I say gun. You know, the heating device. There we go. So of course this side will normally break free and come off before the other side of the board. This stuff should be loose. Just about loose. There it goes. Starting to break loose. That's normally what I do. I just kind of slide along it with the little flat blade and tap them and knock them off. The little components will normally release before the big ones will. just like that, it's done. I normally set them somewhere to start cooling. Grab up the next one. Repeat the process. This one will move along a little bit faster than the other because the heating device is already warmed up. See, this has pins all the way through the board, so it takes a little bit more to coax that to come off. So you don't really have to get all the tiny stuff off. Some people just heat up and take off what they want, the stuff they know has gold in it. I go a little further and I'll try to clean pretty much everything off of the board. Basically because I hope to be able to recover the copper later. The copper in the board. Still got some work to do on that setup and getting that going, but so I try to get it all because the less other metals I have on the board when I go to run it through the shredder and soak it, the better. There's another one, nice and clean. ready to go. Show y'all the bucket. This is kind of where we are now with it. I'll bring y'all back and let you see it when I stop.